Hello, friends, and welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
And we're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And now it's time for movie and TV news and pulp culture discussion. So first up, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck will be reteaming for a true life story of former Nike executive Sonny Vaccaro and his pursuit of Michael Jordan.
Oh, wow.
Which I didn't know was a thing, but, I'm not all up on the sports partnerships and sponsorships and
Does make sense, though.
what have you.
bet
So
that was that's probably a cool story.
right? That's true. So, and who better than the dynamic BFFs
Right.
to bring that to our attention? I do like them when they work together, so that works. Idris Elba will star and produce the show called Hijack for Apple TV. It will be a story about a 7-hour hijacked flight towards London told in real time, a la 24, if you guys remember that show back in the day with Kiefer Sutherland.
So it'll be something like 24.
Yeah, so that sounds cool. We love Idris Elba, so
Yes, we do.
I'm sure it'll be awesome. Raising Dion on Netflix has been canceled after 2 seasons. As you guys know, this was something I watched, so I'm a little disappointed. It didn't end on too bad of a note. Like, it wasn't like a way major cliffhanger, so it's okay that it's not coming back. I mean, there wasn't anything that was completely unresolved, so the bigger issues got fixed. There was like a small thing they could have went into in the next season, so I'm fine with that, but that's too bad. That was also produced by Michael B. Jordan, so it's just unfortunate. I think they just had too long in between seasons, and then honestly it wasn't talked about. To me, it was really on the DL when it even came back on for season 2. I was like, oh, I just happened to notice that it was like back, so I think it probably hurt it in the end. The Batman with Robert Pattinson is getting a sequel.
Ooh, of
Shocker.
course, that is so shocking.
Right? I have yet to watch this. I see it's now on HBO Max, so I probably will.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
So, but it is almost 3 hours, so that's why it's good. I can just chill at home because it doesn't look like something I'm going to like, but I'm still curious about it. So I'll have to check it out and see. But at least if I'm at home, I can just stop and be like, no. I'm good. Don't need to finish this. Tobey Maguire will be playing Charlie Chaplin in the movie Babylon, which is a love letter to Hollywood's golden age. So it will also star Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Olivia Wilde, and Jean Smart, playing different people, I understand, of that age, which I don't know who
I think that sounds good because
It does, right?
I'm too young to know much about Charlie Chaplin, but
Right.
from like documentaries and things like that about his life, I think this sounds really good and intriguing. Not to mention, it's got a great all-star cast.
Right. And you haven't seen Toby until he appeared,
No.
spoiler alert, sorry if you haven't seen it, in the last Spider-Man. You really haven't seen him do anything in years. So
in fact, that's so funny that this even came up because I was just thinking about him. I'm thinking, where has he been? Just Spider-Man, I guess. Maybe he really is Spider-Man. Maybe he thinks he's Spider-Man.
Oh, there you go.
We don't know.
You never know. Space Force with Steve Carell on Netflix has now been canceled after 2 seasons. I never watched this show. I'd never heard much about it, but hopefully
That would be why.
those of you out there, hopefully you like that comedy he was in. He was juggling that along with the morning show for a while. So it's just weird that now he's done with both. So, hey, I guess on to the next thing.
Yeah, there you go.
And then finally in news, Viola Davis is in talks for a Peacemaker spinoff at HBO Max, which will be based on her character Amanda Waller from the Suicide Squad. So I think that will be interesting. We like her in general.
I love Viola Davis.
Amanda Waller isn't a very nice character, but I'd still be curious to see how
I still love you, Viola Davis.
I'd still be curious to see how her spinoff goes. So look forward to that. So, movies and TV shows out. First, we're going to cover what came out last week since we were not on, as well as this week. So, for last week, the show Memory was in theaters and stars Liam Neeson, Guy Pearce, and Monica Bellucci. So, when Alex, an expert assassin, refuses to complete a job for a dangerous criminal organization, he becomes a target. FBI agents and Mexican intelligence are brought in to investigate the trail of bodies, leading them closer to Alex. With the crime syndicate and FBI in hot pursuit, Alex has the skills to stay ahead except for one thing. He is struggling with severe memory loss, affecting his every move. Alex must question his every action and whom he can ultimately trust.
I'm really glad Liam Neeson has decided not to do movies like this anymore.
Right? I wonder what happened to that.
It's probably because he
probably sat home
so
and
typecast for this.
Unfortunately, yeah. You'd think it would be okay for him to go back to things like Schindler's List, but I guess maybe somehow it's not. Maybe he's not. Maybe they just really don't want to hire him for things like that anymore, unfortunately.
Well, and even The Revenant, right? I mean, nope.
I was going to say he was in that.
Nope. He should have been. That's more like him. No, he should have been.
So, but hey, I do like his action, so this is one I do actually want to see. So we'll see what happens with it. Grace and Frankie season 7 on Netflix with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. Woo woo, it's a favorite of mine, and actually I have started this, but I won't talk about it until next time because I'm not done. But yeah, that came out as well. We have Ozark season 4 part 2 on Netflix with Jason Bateman, Laura Linney, and Julia Gardner. So this is just obviously continue on the rest of season 4 part 1 that we got to experience earlier this year. So good. Then we have Shining Girls. This is a series on Apple TV and stars Elizabeth Moss and Jamie Bell. So newspaper archivist Kirby Mazarakis.
Mazaraki, I guess.
Did you ever hear her pronounce the name?
No.
Oh, okay. Dreams of becoming a journalist are put on hold after she survives a brutal attack that leaves her in a constantly shifting reality. So this is something that Rochelle started, so we'll hear more from her on that later. The Survivor. This is a movie on HBO Max that stars Ben Foster, Billy Magnuson, and Danny DeVito. So after being sent to Auschwitz, Haft is forced to participate in a gladiatorial...
Where did they go?
Isn't it Auschwitz?
Auschwitz.
Oh, it's Auschwitz. Okay. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong, fellas. Haft is forced to participate in a gladiatorial boxing spectacle along with his fellow prisoners.
Ew. Danny DeVito.
Right? You only see him here and there. That's probably good. I do like Ben Foster. He always plays such a gritty character. Made for Love Season 2 on HBO Max, starring Kristen Milotti, Billy Magnuson again, and Ray Romano. As those who might remember, I did watch the first season of this last year, so I will be checking this one out as well. Because Hazel, man, she is just in a weird world of hurt.
What was Made for Love again?
So, Kristen's character is married to Billy's character, and they live in this, like, compound, and he's, like, this tech genius. But she can't ever leave the compound. She's been confined to never leave his side. Everything she does is monitored, whether it be by video, heart monitor. You know, it's crazy. And she finally, breaks out back to her real world, I should say, and goes to see her dad and stuff because she just wants to be done with this marriage. Because she married him after only knowing him, 2 weeks.
See, there's a problem, folks. You don't do that.
And he's just very strange. It is a very strange show, but it's also funny and heartwarming.
Oh,
so
it is funny?
It is funny, yeah. But it is strange. I mean, it's a strange world that he, created, basically, that they were living in. But I advise you to give it a chance. They're just 30-minute episodes, not that crazy. It's a good show. It does just release 2 every week, so, why not give it a whirl?
Yes.
Oh, good. Then we have We Own the City. This is a limited series on HBO Max and stars John Bernthal, who again is in everything, Jamie Hector, and Josh Charles. So this is based on the book We Own the City, a true story of crime, cops, and corruption by Baltimore Sun reporter Justin Fenton.
Yes, I saw Did
you see the trailer for it?
Yes, I saw the trailer for it.
No, I haven't.
But it does look crazy. It does look
good.
Yeah, it does look good. It's almost... Ooh. Yeah.
So this is, as we said, a true story. This is a gritty drama that chronicles the rise and fall of the Baltimore Police Department's Gun Trace Task Force. It exposes the corruption and moral collapse that befalls an American city in which the police policy, of drug prohibition and mass arrests are championed at the expense of actual police work.
Well, you know what? I think when police are, and back in the day, it's probably not so much anymore, but you come across a whole bunch of drug money, and you're just busting the bad guys, and it all just sits there right in front of you, And
you're just like, yeah, why not? Why can't I take a piece? Why do they deserve to try it or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
And that's kind of how it started. I think.
Probably, you're probably right. Then we have Under the Banner of Heaven. This is also a limited series on Hulu and stars Andrew Garfield, Daisy Edgar Jones, Rory Culkin, and Wyatt Russell. So as Detective Jeb Pry, maybe it's Pyre. Pyre, okay. Investigates the murder of Brenda Wright Lafferty and her baby daughter in a suburb in the Salt Lake Valley. He uncovers buried truths about the origins of the LDS religion and the violent consequences of unyielding faith. This does look interesting. As Rochelle actually said that she had started this, so...
Yes, well, I've read the book.
Oh, it's based off a book?
Yes, it's a book. It's by John Krakauer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember this. I don't know how old the case is. I meant to look it up
It's like 1984.
since it is from like Utah. I was curious just to know more about it, but I haven't.
It's a crazy, crazy story.
Is it?
So,
okay.
Yeah, like I said, I started reading the book, and I also started watching the show.
You started reading the book and started watching the show at the same time?
I read the book. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I have the book. So I read the book, and now, so I'm excited this is,
to see how it adapts. See if it follows the book in total or veers off course.
Right. Yep. I know it is kind of weird though because, and I don't think it's following the book quite. From what I've watched so far, because it is going to be released, weekly because it's on Hulu.
Right.
But, yeah. Anyway, I'll chat a little bit about it later.
Okay. Then we have The Offer. It's a limited series on Paramount Plus and stars Miles Teller, Matthew Good, Justin Chambers, and Giovanni Ribisi. So Al Ruddy's experience of making the 1972 film The Godfather with Francis Ford Coppola is what this series is all about. It looks awesome. I was never a fan of the movie The Godfather.
What?
I've never seen it all the way through, but I think this look behind the whole experience of trying to get it made looks really good. So I do want to check it out. I like Matthew Good. He from Downton Abbey and my Discovery of Witches.
Oh, yeah.
And he's playing an American. He's never done that. He always just plays an Englishman like he is. So this will be something. I think that's cool. He sounds awesome in the trailer. So
yeah,
I do want to watch it. And then finally for last week, we have Bang Bang Baby. This is a series on Amazon and stars Jane Levy and Justin Chatwin. So in the 1960s, a teenager thinks her dreams of becoming a singer will come true when a famous musician is stranded in town. But when a chemical plant leak turns people into mutants, her dream turns into a nightmare. This looks so cheesy.
Yeah.
Walking Dead, but cheesy, type of thing.
Or you turned me off at mutants. I pictured Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right, but in the 60s? That's so funny. Okay, so for this week, we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in theaters. This stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, Benedict Wong, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. His name is so hard for me to say.
Chiwetel, he's a I really like his. I really like him though.
Yeah, he is really good. So Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens a portal to the multiverse. However, a threat emerges that may be too big for his team to handle. So we are seeing this on Friday, so we'll give you a review. Obviously not next week, but the week after that. So looking forward to it.
Let me ask a quick question.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Wanda, is she one of the twins?
She's not one of them. She's a sister, though.
She is a sister.
Yeah, Mary-Kate and Ashley are the twins.
That's right, Mary-Kate.
But Elizabeth is their younger sister. She was born after them.
Oh, she is? Oh my gosh, she just seems...
She looks so much like them, but yeah, she's...
She does, but she doesn't. And she's a better actress, I think.
Oh, well, yeah. Think about it. They didn't really do much. They did cheesy Disney movies after Full House ended.
Yeah, and now they're just...
And obviously now, one's a, she was a clothing designer.
Oh, clothing designer. I don't know.
And the other did perfume. That's so funny.
Okay, well, good news then.
So no porn actors. Well. No, everyone's doing well. Right, everyone's good. That's so funny.
But I wasn't far off.
No, you were far off. Same fam. Then we have The Staircase. This is a series on HBO Max starring Toni Collette, Colin Firth, Sophie Turner, and Harrison Ford. So this explores the life of Michael Peterson, his sprawling North Carolina family, and the suspicious death of his wife, Kathleen Peterson, which, of course, is based on that true story. Heard about it. I've never even seen it. I remember there's a documentary on this as well. Never watched it, but I am curious.
Netflix.
Yeah, but I am curious to watch this fictitious account of it because I like the actors involved. So I have to give it a whirl. Gosh, my list just keeps getting longer, people. Keeps getting longer. Then we have the Penteravit. The Penteravit. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Penteravit. This is a series on Netflix and stars Mike Myers, Ken Jeong, and Lydia West. So a Canadian journalist tries to uncover the truth about a society of 5 men who have controlled the world since 1347. This is so... I watched the trailer and it just looks... this is old school Mike Myers, zany Mike Myers, not Austin Powers-ish, but So I Married an Axe Murder-ish type of Mike Myers. So I probably won't watch it. So if anyone else out there watches it, I'd love to hear a comment about this. Yes, I'd love to hear more about this.
I'm not a Ken Jeong fan either. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Then we have Along for the Ride. This is a movie on Netflix. Stars Emma Passero, Kate Bosworth, Andy McDowell, and Dermot Mulroney. So during the summer before college, Auden meets the mysterious Eli, a fellow insomniac. While the seaside town of Colby sleeps, the two embark on a nightly quest to help Auden experience the fun, carefree life she never knew she wanted. This is just a cute college-age romance, is what that should remind me of. Go back to say a walk among the clouds or whatever that show was with Mandy Moore back in the day. That type of looking feeling show to me. So, yeah. And then finally, we have the series Candy on Hulu. This stars Jessica Biel and Melanie Linsky. So Candy Montgomery is a 1980s housewife and mother who did everything right. A good husband, 2 kids, even the careful planning and execution of transgressions. But when the pressure of conformity builds up, her actions scream for a bit of freedom. This is one that we reviewed in our TV trailer talk, and it looks good.
I think it looks good.
It looks good. I mean, I already looked up the real story, which is honestly crazy town to me of what happened. So I'm interested to see how it plays out in this fictitious.
Isn't it wild or weird that you can actually, that these people existed,
right? And did these things
today, I'm sure.
And did these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them are still alive.
Who got in their brain and put a bug in there and jacked up? I don't know. It just makes no sense to me. But
it is. It's
I'm
crazy.
looking forward to watching that.
So lots of stuff, people. Lots of stuff to
Yes.
watch. Oops, too much stuff, honestly, to watch, but that's okay. So what we've been watching. So for me, there is this new series on Netflix called The Marked Heart. And shocker, everybody, shocker, it is a Spanish language series. I don't know why I'm so drawn to these, but I keep being drawn to them, so that's fine. Of course, I watched it dubbed in English with subtitles, because sometimes even then it's hard to understand the dubbing. But I really liked it. It was seriously 12 episodes. I still did it in a day. I was that sucked into it. And it's all about this couple, the husband and wife are driving home. It starts out this way. They're actually driving home from a birthday party for the wife. They end up getting in a car accident on purpose because there's this whole group of men out there who put the tire things on the road to stop them, to blow out their tires. Uh-huh. They end up kidnapping the wife because by then the husband's knocked out once they have the accident. Kidnapping the wife because what they are is they're harvesters. They harvest body parts for the highest paid bidder, and they need her heart because it's a match for somebody. So it's all about she gets kidnapped, her heart's taken, and it gets put into this other woman who just got married and has a heart defect. And so it's all about this man trying to figure out exactly what happened to the wife, because all he knows when he wakes up from the accident, she's not there. So he's trying to figure it out exactly where she went, and then when he figures out when her body turns up, then it's all about him finding out who did this to her, why they did it, who got the heart. So it's kind of it's like a cat and mouse until finally he realized what woman who got it and why and who paid. And so it was very tension filled. I watched the whole series.
So you got sucked in.
I really did. I was
you sound like me.
I really did.
Right up my alley.
So it was, like I said, it was very good. I was scrolling. It was one of those things I scrolled through for a minute, and I stopped. It was the mark, and then it shows you a little, usually a little trailer. I was that looks good. So I started, and I was yep, couldn't stop. Just kept going. So it's a good one.
Good. Well, I want to watch that one.
And then, of course, I watched Ozark Season 6, Part 2 on Netflix.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did I say Season 6? It's only Season 4. Wow, I just added some extra stuff.
Well, it seems like it could be 6.
It's been on for freaking ever.
Because it has that,
anyway.
second part to it.
Lord, have mercy. Anyway, you guys, it was, it's bittersweet. Overall, I liked, obviously, the show. I should say I loved the show. I didn't love the ending exactly, although the ending I get makes sense for everything that had went on, but I kind of just wished it had been a little different than what it was. So yeah, overall though, I have to say for the whole thing, I say the whole thing, I'm meaning that season, both parts, I would definitely give it 4.5 wine corks. It was very good out of the 5, but I just wish the ending had been a little different, and those of you who finished it know why I think that, I'm sure. And once Rochelle gets there, she will also give her opinion once she finishes. She's halfway in there, so I think she'll agree with me. We'll see. And then finally, I went and saw The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent in the movie theater. That stars Nicolas Cage playing a hyperlized, just a very different version of himself as Nicolas Cage. And it was actually very funny, you guys. I enjoyed it. The friend I went with enjoyed it. I will admit,
parts that nobody else
yeah,
was. So that's good.
Most of the people in the theater weren't doing, but I thought it was good. He, playing himself, overplaying himself really worked for him. So and
such a crazy concept.
Right? But it really did.
It worked.
It really did work. There was some weirdness where he was kept imagining himself talking to his younger self, which was hilarious. Because he'd always be like, "You're Nick freaking Cage. Get yourself together." That's basically what, his younger self was telling him when they would talk. But overall, it was a good movie. I would give it 3.5 wine corks. So Pedro Pascal, who played his buddy in this, was awesome as well. You would have last seen him. I can't think what he did after, but I last saw him Wonder Woman Part 2 as the villain, and he was such a 180 in this movie, just playing this lighthearted, fan of Nicolas Cage who pays him to come to his birthday party. So. Yeah, it was very cool. I think most people would like it if you're, and I actually am a fan of Nick Cage. I guess I could say if you aren't a fan, no, obviously that's something you don't want to see. If you don't like him at all, you'll probably it'll bug you. So don't see it if you're not a fan. But if you like him in general, you will like this show.
Cool. I like him, so I.
Okay, good. So then you would like it.
So, so I haven't been to the movie theater in a while. But like you said, we are going this Friday, and I'm super excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of that, and I know I'm late to the play here, but I started watching WandaVision so that I know what's going on. And
yes.
So I don't, for those of you who haven't seen WandaVision, I guess it's important that you see it because she has a big part in this Doctor Strange show. And I have to say, the way it started out was very confusing to me, and I literally had to get out and restart it because I thought I was watching a commercial, and it's not that at all. It's very creative, and
that's true.
It's very creative. So anyway, I got a little confused on these because I'm not a huge Marvel, fan. I mean, I love the Marvel movies, but every character, I haven't seen them all. So check it out and see what y'all think. And you probably all have seen it. Again, I'm kind of late to the show. Then I've also been watching Ozark, and I feel just like Rhonda, 4.5 corks for the whole thing. I have not finished it because I have to watch it with my husband. This is one show that he really enjoys. So I think it's definitely, good for the guys out there. And he's really enjoyed it. And so, so I can't watch ahead of it until he's with me. But so far, it's been great. Now I'm nervous as to what the ending is like because, of course, you're hopeful that they can get out, but now I'm not so sure, given the peak that we have seen into the future. And then I am just about done with the morning show. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, seriously, how long has this thing been on? There were some things about it that kind of stopped me from watching it. But then I picked back up and I have really enjoyed it. And the different characters, seriously, the twists and turns in this is just crazy. It really, really is. Oh, and of course there's the one surprise that didn't see coming. Anyway, I think this is a great series. I love it. I really do. And then I did start watching Shining Girls with Elizabeth Moss. Oh my gosh. If you haven't started watching this, definitely give it a whirl. It is this girl who's been traumatized, who is Elizabeth Moss, along with some other girls who actually didn't make it, who were killed. Now they're trying to connect all these, but she seems to be the only one who can connect the dots.
Oh, okay.
Because her attack was so similar to others. It's really interesting, and it's almost kind of disturbing to the point where I have had to kind of, close it up and be like, woo, I have to watch it tomorrow because I won't sleep. And that's kind of not me. Usually, I can watch these things and they don't bother me. So, and then I did start watching Under the Banner of Heaven. Now, keep in mind, these are released weekly. So it's not like I'm just, not finishing stuff.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
maybe
right.
some of them. But these things are released weekly, so it's kind of tough. But Under the Banner of Heaven, I did start reading the book. It's a little bit different in the fact that they make how Mormons talk, or if they're at gatherings, it's a little too quirky.
Okay.
Unless maybe those people did talk like that, but it's not typical. And what I mean by that is that, our Heavenly Father, is in every other word. No, it's not like that. So, anyway, I'm going to finish this, but again, it comes out weekly. So see, I've been busy, been trying to make up for lost time.
There you go. Now it's time for some movie trailer talk. So, first up, we have Thor, Love and Thunder. This will be out July 8th and stars Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Russell Crowe, and a returning Natalie Portman after setting the last movie out. So, this looks very good.
I am a Thor lover.
Right? It does. And it's, it's showing Tessa is now, if you remember at the end of the last movie, he anointed her the king of the kingdom.
Yeah.
So he's like, why don't you do it? I don't care about this anymore, Mm-hmm. So it kind of shows her doing that, and then him just trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life. The Guardians of the Galaxy are in it looks like, because there was a very nice little point where Chris Pratt's character is trying to, Star-Lord, he's trying to give him he's trying to give him a pep talk, and he's like, all you do is look into, those you love most eyes, and and he's trying to look past him to Gamora, but Thor keeps following him. He's like, don't look at me, I'm not that person. He's like, I'm not looking at you. He's like, Anyway, so it looks like it's going to be very, fun loving, but of course with action. And the very last scene, if you've seen it, is it shows Natalie Portman in the Thor costume holding his mallet.
That's
so
right.
I can't wait to see how this comes into play.
Into that,
right? Yeah. I'm very interested. So
I'm sure it'll be good.
I know.
If anything, it'll be entertaining.
Yes.
So.
Yes, it sure will. So I'm sure, because they always leave out into the next movie, wherever Doctor Strange ends, that's where Thor will pick up, because that is that's how it works. Yeah.
Oh.
That's how they that's when you get those post credit scenes. It always leads into the next movie, and so that's what it will be.
That's good to know. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other trailer out this week was Don't Worry, Darling. This will be out September 23rd and stars Harry Styles, Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, and Gemma Chan. Actually, as well as Olivia Wilde, who also directs this movie. This is her second movie outing, and it looks really good. The trailer shows that they're set in the 60s. They're on this military base, and the husbands are doing something secret that they're not supposed to know about. So Harry Styles and Florence Pugh, they're a married couple in it. And, it just shows that she's trying to ask questions about what's going on, and everyone keeps trying to shut her down. Her husband accuses her of trying to mess up their life when that's not what's, going on. She's just curious, and she just keeps seeing weird things happening. She just wants to know why they're here and what's going on. It looks, visually, it looks great. It was a pretty steamy trailer. It showed a couple sensual scenes between Florence and Harry. I was like, oh, that's okay.
So there's
almost I don't know if that's in his way how he gets her to behave. I don't know if that was the point of showing that or what, but anyway, it does look really good.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they look so cute together, as a couple, which I never would have thought, because I've honestly, I'm someone who hasn't been a fan of Harry Styles per se. I'm too old to be a One Direction fan. I just am. I was in the NSYNC Backstreet Boys age range. Sorry, people. So I didn't get the One Direction hoopla, and I've never seen any of his acting. I haven't seen any of the stuff he's been in. So, but he does look good.
Quite a bit lately, too.
So, but it looks like he's doing a good job for this movie. So.
Oh, good. Well, that's exciting.
So I look forward to seeing that. And so that's all we have for this week on Trailer Talk.
Okay. Well, that's all we have for this week. And just so you know, Rhonda will be on vacation next week. So please look for us the following week, where we'll have quite a bit to get caught up on. And
yes,
chat
we
about.
will.
So, and we'll definitely have our review on a couple of things,
Yep,
So,
especially Doctor Strange.
Oh, I'm so excited. And here's the other cool thing, is that we'll get to see the trailer of Avatar.
Oh, that's right. We can talk about that. That's right.
I am super excited about that. So, really, that's the only reason I'm going to see that. So,
for that 3-minute trailer
that's
of
right.
Avatar.
I can leave
Yep.
after that. So anyway, but please give us a review or comment, as it really does help us out, and follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys.